So, Little Witch Academia episode 1 just debuted today, and my expectations were through the roof. After watching it 3 times through, something really stood out to me that I kind of want to bring up and share to people. When you think about good directing, you can't see the quotation marks through the internet, but good directing, what do we mean by that? And for me, and for a lot of other people as well, and I would say for the vast majority of people, what we mean by that is being effective in an objective. And there's a scene from Little Witch Academia which perfectly embodies what good directing is, in that the show itself is becoming a symbol for what the character is experiencing. So take a look here, and there's not really any spoilers. You can see it's like 5 minutes into the first episode of the series, so I don't know, go watch it. It's anime of the year. But this is right after Akko's been pranked by Susie, and she's in the river. She's been betrayed. Uh, she's at her lowest point. She's literally and figuratively at the bottom here. It's also slow. The shot kind of lingers, and as she discovers the illusion that she was under. But then look what happens here. Look what you get. You get this shot right here, which is just the weirdest kind of context. You also get this crunching noise of the gravel, and then that they would take a shot with the camera shooting down of the ground and of these steps, and then bam, there's this loud splat, and the kind of the visible offshoots of the water of her boot, and the voice actress's line too of ah, and just how quick and how impactful this shot is, that it's just like a real hard, a lot of effort, a lot of splat, and it shows we're on the ground. We're kind of focused on that first kind of step, that still struggling for the camera to move up and off the ground, and it takes a lot of effort to do that. Uh, then we move to this shot right here. First, we notice she's very upset. Obviously, her posture's kind of slumped. The bags are heavy. She's got a lot to carry. But also, look at how wide open it is. That the foreground here has the slope that shows that she's struggling to go uphill. That there's no landmarks around her that show how far she's gone or how far she's come. That is really, really not only alone, that there's nobody along with her, but that it took a lot of effort to get here. And there's a lot of things dragging her down, and she still doesn't know how far she has to go. Then we pull in. Oh, come on. Come on, NPC. We pull into her line on her reaction to being not greeted warmly by Susie. And that kind of. This is kind of a moment where it's, getting inside of her head. The camera pulls in a little bit more. We're getting into her thoughts, and she says a line aloud, something like, that girl or whatever it was, that it feels kind of natural and gives us that emotion shot that we need after her discovering the rope, and she honestly tried to have a good relationship with Susie, and then she was greeted so coldly. So it feels kind of natural, but it also brings her in her mind. Look, we don't know where she is with just the background here. We don't know how far she has to go, what she's gone, um, what the status is of her climbing up to her goal. But she does. Look, right here. This shot, we see not only here what she has left to do, how many steps she has left to climb, This is a point of view shot, so we're literally inside of her head. And then we're looking up and we see something unusual at the top, that there are people standing there. So that's another chance for Akko to make a friend, which he's been unable to do with the villagers and with Susie so far. So it's kind of a reward, a treasure. So the camera moves upwards towards the goal, showing us that we should be expecting whatever's up at the top here, these characters standing here. That's where we're headed. Also, it's a nice framing putting it on top of the hill too. It kind of furthers it. And then bam, a close zoom in. That's where Akko's looking. She's interested in going there. And again, the camera's still lower, still looking up at this. And bam, there it is. She's removed the burdens from this shot. We've changed her face to show that she's not troubled by the past. There's not a lot of effort going into this any longer. Look at this. There's no shot of the ground. There's no shot of, the gravel that she's walking on because it doesn't matter to her. Half the bags are clipped away. Her load's now half and her posture's completely different. That doesn't matter any longer. And she can run now. Even though, her boots are no less wet. It's completely different. So the show is showing us Akko's emotions in its directing, or what she feels. When she's in this state, the ground is very relevant to her. The bags are very relevant to her. That's what she's thinking about. And through setting the camera up, it frames the scene to convey to us, the viewers, her emotions, other than just her reactions and the art and her line. That is good directing. And Yo Yoshinari does this. He's an animation director for a long time on a lot of great stuff like Evangelion. And I'm so surprised that he hasn't done more before now, because when a director gets it on this level, that you can't help but make something impactful. I'm I'm so excited for this series. I'm absolutely overjoyed at the first episode. And if this is the level of quality that we're going to be expecting for the rest of 2017 out of Trigger, I'm so, so happy and looking forward to the rest of it.
まったく、なんなのあいつ。